What's going on, everybody? All right, so I did a long video last night with the Raspberry Pi that Brian gave me, and I figured out a couple things, and then actually I went and saw the comments today. I was like, oh yeah. Anyway, um, but a couple things I wanted to point out: if you're going to do the Raspberry Pi, you really need to install it with the monitor that you plan to use. Okay, because what happens is the hamclock software detects the monitor and it installs based on that software. See how this one is not quite right on here? You can see the edges. You can see the Pi desktop in the background. I don't know how to make this fill in the screen. I've tried a couple different things. It actually was even worse. Consequently, which doesn't make sense, but I think that one was installed on a 40-inch monitor, and that's a 32. So you would think it would be like stretched over, but anyway, it's not. So with the Pi, also another thing too. I figured this out afterwards. You to install the 3-inch touchscreen, 3.5-inch touchscreen, you have to go in and install some script, and then you only can use this, which is fine if you don't plan on using it for a monitor, because once you do that, you can only use this. It disables the HDMI output, which I thought was stupid. But I think the reason for that is this is already pulling a ton of power from the Pi. And also, I noticed trying to run my Pi off the USB on the front of the computer was probably not enough power. So, like Brian said, you need, as close to 3.5 amps as possible. Finding a power supply that can provide that would be really good. Boy, I don't know. That's a tough order, because most of the USB wall warts are 2 amps, if that. A lot of them. So I learned a couple of things doing that. So I'm going to do another install on this, since it's configured to that. And I think what we'll actually do is we'll do a Pi uninstall. Okay, we'll uninstall it, and let's see here. Where's my mouse? So we'll uninstall it and reinstall it. And so I just need to figure out what monitor I'm going to use for this one. And I'm probably going to put it back over there with those radios. And one of these monitors back here has an HDMI. I just need to figure out which one has an HDMI. Well, I think almost all of them do. So we have the HP, and we have an LG or Samsung over here. We'll use one of these. The only problem is I really want it mounted on the wall, which means that really you need a TV. The monitors don't really have an easy way to mount on the wall. This one here is DVI, RGB, I think. And it's a RGB, VGA. I always call them red, green, blue, because I think VGA kind of is red, green, blue, like 16 color. I don't know, I can't remember. But so we can't use that. This does have. Yeah, so this is like really a good monitor for a 710, because it's actually LED and it's DVI. They were having a long discussion on the radio last night. Why are they putting DVI connectors on the back of ham radios? And so the conclusion that they came to is actually, like, I guess technically DVI hardware is supposed to be superior. And also with ham operators, it's really easy to break an HDMI. And so with the DVI and the screw connectors, I think it's probably a little more rugged. I worry about snapping them off too myself. But so I think the DVI, it's great if you can get a monitor that has both, because then you're sort of kind of future-proofed for if you don't want to use it with the radio. But I don't know. So this one here, well, I can't use this one. This one's also DVI only, and RGB. Yeah. Why do I keep calling it RGB? So, I think this Sync Master, which looks like a 27-inch monitor, so that should be good for a ham clock. So, what I think we'll do is we'll put the ham clock up here, and yeah, I think that's what we'll do. So stay tuned for that, and I'll be doing another video with this, how to install the ham clock, which should be an abbreviated version.